Oh my God. Oh my God. It's been 3 months. It's been it's probably been 4 months. Do you know what's been going on? You don't even, you can't even, been, it's been so much going on. Okay. Let's start off with the first things first, the updating of where I am. Hello. I moved out of my small town city because I was a small town girl. I just moved, okay? I just moved locations. And I love my new place. And yeah, it's real cute, real fun, real spacious. Let me fix this a little bit. Okay. And yeah, another update. I lost 30 pounds. So yeah, I remember when I told you I was doing that weight and lock update. As you can see, these are not my locks. Maybe you, yeah, no. This is a style. I took my locks out shortly after I made that video. I told y'all I was on the fence about it. I ended up doing it, and I am happy about the decision. Honestly, I don't know. It's just too much of a commitment, and I love changing my hair so much that I just don't think it was the style for me. But I don't know. Like maybe when I get older, because I definitely am still sick of doing my hair. This is great. Like not having to worry about it, slapping in a bun, slap a bonnet on at night, boom. Like that's the type of stuff that I like. But yeah, maybe when I'm like in my 40s, late 30s, I'll try it again. I don't know. But it's not for me right now. Not while I'm young and turned. Not while I'm young and turned. Because what if I want to up silk press? I can't? You're telling me that I can't? That's why it's like, I just want the freedom to do as I please. Yeah. But you know what's so crazy? Out of all these, like, it's still crooked. Okay. Out of all these, like, life updates, weight loss, moving, new change, like, all of these new changes, I still want to give y'all a spiritual message. And I didn't even write anything down. That's how, it's like, been so long and there's been so many things going on and so many things that I've been learning just from all the changes in my life that it's like I would be doing a disservice to not push these messages out, because I could just explain all the changes, but it feels like it needs to be a deeper message. And as I was doing this, it's so crazy. When I was like setting up and stuff, I was watching one of my favorite tarot readers, and I got not a message. I got a notification from Uber Eats, and it said, "Don't be good, be full." In my head though, it said, "Don't be afraid." Like instant, like I swear sometimes I have dyslexia because I'll be reading stuff and they don't be saying what it be saying, but I be computing it. And I sometimes feel like it be because it be messages for me that I'm supposed to be picking up on. And I just feel like it's a mass amount of fear, definitely in my life, but I just feel like in the collective, it's a fear mongering, for one, going on through social platforms and just like news media. Like it's just fear, like be scared, like be on the lookout, like fight or flight. Okay, and I'm saying like can't even turn it off. And I just feel like it's so engulfing and like scary that it's hard to live life. And I really just want to come on here and say that like it's easy to become consumed with that kind of stuff, but it's also very easy to get your information, decide how you feel, and then move on. News cycles are ran 24 hours a day. It didn't used to be like that. I've heard of, I think my boyfriend told me this, a guy at his job said that he's sad for young people because people didn't used to live like this. Believe it or not, people did not used to live like this. Remember when your mom or your dad would be like, it's the phones? Y'all, it's to a point. It's to a point where I feel like I need to address it. It's like, put the phone down. Turn the TV off, turn the YouTube off. And I'm saying this with the straightest face because it's not even funny no more. We are perpetually petrified 24 hours a day. And I just find myself getting in these loops of like myself. So don't think that I'm like preaching and also not speaking directly to myself. It's like I have gotten into this mode, like I'm not really on my phone as much. I probably clock 4.5 hours of screen time a day, maybe. Sometimes it's like two, 3, which I love. Like I don't mind that. If it was less, I'd be even happier. But it's like I find myself just constantly checking if things are done, if this bill was paid, if this, which my finances are great because of that, because I'm so hyper aware and like checking it like I'll close my email, open my email, close my email, open my email, close my calendar, open my calendar, look at my notes, look at my grocery list, look at my to-do list. Like it's good, it's fine, but it's also, that's not living. And I know that is what social media is, but times 10. And I just think it's something that we need to get rid of. Or just, you know, be mindful and like monitored. And I also just feel like on that note, I want to take from my affirmations, pull from my affirmations deck. I wanted to actually like do a whole reading and pull from my Osho Zen deck, but I don't even know where it's at. The move, I still have some, like a box or two, and like things still packed up a bit, so I'm trying my very best. But I will pull from this deck. And I also just want to say that I will be offering like readings soon. I don't want to go as far as to say I'm gonna like build a website or anything anytime soon, but I will be offering personal readings and like mediumship fairly soon, just when I like get my footing, because I like literally just moved. I feel like I'll be more prepared for something like that. But I just, within this move, I've just like learned so much about myself spiritually. I tend to doubt myself in more ways than one, but definitely spiritually. Like I forget how powerful I am. And I'm gonna just say it real cut and dry like that, because it's just, I don't know. It's staring me in the face now. And that's another reason why I felt so called to just get on here and have this message. I have 2 cards already. But yeah, and I'm going to expand on the reading as I go through and read these cards. But I just had to get out that phone part because it's getting real scary. AI and stuff. And like I said, I'm at fault too. AI has become my best friend. I be getting therapy through that boy. I be doing all the steps. I be doing all the things. So, yeah. But the 2 cards that I pulled are, what are they? I can't even see. Adventure and masculine. And I knew, okay, so this one is going to be important. Before I had started filming and I was watching my favorite tarot reader, she was talking about masculine energy, how some people are going to be coming into union with their divine masculine, how the divine masculine could potentially be your karmic masculine. She didn't say that, but that's actually me channeling because I didn't know karmic masculine was a thing, but hello, karmic cycles that you have to close out. You can have a karmic masculine and you can have a divine masculine. And sometimes they look real similar. You know, like how you're in a karmic cycle and you're dating the same person but with different faces. So I feel like karmics do that. They dress up like they're your divine masculine, and you have to be able to decipher who's who, right? So I'm gonna read that one first. We are taught for so long that the only way to be is to succeed. Okay. To achieve, to drive, push, pull, push, pull, pull, do. And there's nothing wrong with this, of course. But what we are not taught is that the masculine drive that is innate within all of us was meant to be balanced by its feminine counterpart. So that in the midst of it all, succeeding, achieving, doing, there's feeling and there's being. So I feel like that goes back and touches on the phone like situation. We don't have to be on go 24/7 making sure that shit gets done, because you stop living. That's literally what I said. It comes to a point where you stop living. And when you get to a point of realizing that your whole purpose here is to exist and to be and to experience, I feel like you come back. That's how you stay aligned. So when you're at a job and you're like, why am I here? Or not even why I'm here, but like, yeah, like, why am I here? Like, what is this doing for me long term? If you're even asking yourself that, that's not somewhere you should be, because you're not in alignment there. You wouldn't even be asking. It would just feel good. It would just bring in like good energy. It would tick all the boxes. I just feel like, and sometimes I think you have to accept that there are stepping stones. So not everything is gonna be like your dream job, but it cannot tick all the boxes and still be aligned. Because sometimes, trials and tribulations, you have to go through that too to get to your dream place. That's why I think I wanted to address this, because it's like newness, changes. People are in a state of transformation. Like, this is the era of transformation. This is the era of awakening and alignment. And I just feel like it's gonna be scary, and you just kind of have to do it anyway. And that's where I'm at, and that's why I set up this camera. And that brings me to adventure. You can feel it, can't you? A gentle tug here, a soft push there. Just reading this, I already know that I had this card when I had came back from Atlanta, and I remember the energy and the headspace I was in after that, or in that video. And that makes me just want to say, there are going to be people who not like try to misalign you, but there are going to be people who may come in on your journey, and you're like that deciphering of divine or karmic. It's going to apply to more than just relationships. It's going to apply to friendships. It's going to be family. The transformation that I have been going through asked a lot of me. It asked a lot of me. It asked a lot of the people around me. And I can't speak for whoever's watching this, but I'm assuming that the people who click on this video are people who vibe with me. You wouldn't click on this video if you weren't aligned with me. And I feel like that's how alignment works. So there can be situations where people dress up as alignment, where people show you traits that feel like alignment, and you still have to take that time to see if that's truly what that is. Because just because something looks like that doesn't mean it is. Just like that box ticking, like it could tick 6 boxes and that 7th one be missing. So a gentle tug here, a soft push there, the steady whisper of adventure humming deep within your belly. I have another point, begging you to come and dance with it. So what are you waiting for? Make the change, take the risk, embark on the journey. You were never meant to thrive within anything else but that which makes your soul come alive. So I do think that this is also a time to say no. That's been a huge energy, like in life, in my life specifically, shall I say. I always like to use myself as an example because I'm healing too. And I had to do a lot of the work that I talk about, because that's the only reason I feel like I should be talking about it, if I lived it. And the saying no, the boundary setting. I am in the era of setting boundaries. It's the scariest era. Out of all the eras, I feel like it's one of the scariest eras I've been in. Saying no, you want to know why too? I'm such a happy-go-lucky, bubbly, outgoing person. And so I never like want people to feel how I felt negative, in a negative way. So I always push out this positivity, this it's gonna be okay, this we can get through it, this, you know, what do you need, like type energy. And I have no problem. I have no problem airing your shit out as well, in a respectful way. But I'm gonna air your shit out. And you wanna know why? Because that's how I do myself. And I just feel like I'm the real friend. I'm the real family member. I'm the real employee. Like, I'm gonna say the thing. And I'm gonna say the thing that I would hope other people would say or feel. And it's very situational and circumstantial because, like, depending on where I'm at, ooh, and that's how you know you're aligned. Depending on where you're at, where you feel like you can say what needs to be said, and wherever you are, I feel like that's alignment. So hold on, because I'm getting a lot of stuff and I'm jumping. What was I saying before that? Maybe that's it. Like, that is just another facet to alignment. When you get in rooms and when you feel like you can be real and authentic. Oh, boundary setting. That's what it was. So you're going to come into contact with people who realize they don't like you, or who you realize don't like you. Yeah. Because within alignment, when you come into alignment with things, you also come out of alignment with things. So just be very mindful of that. That's all I can say. Be very mindful of that. Because people will approach you that are aligned with who you once were, trying to convince you that you are still that. And that's where boundaries come in. You have to be like, actually, I've moved on from that. Actually, I'm not even that person anymore. Actually, I don't even do that or like that or read that or watch that. Like, that's not my thing anymore, actually. And where I'm trying to go, I can't. You know what I'm saying? So don't let people dictate where you're going, because that's why this boundary era is so important. And I know that I'm not the only person experiencing that, because I know I'm not the only person trying to heal. And I know that you're probably trying to do the same thing. So thank God you're here, because be in spaces where you can be you. Be in spaces that don't feel bad. I've heard this girl that, like, and this is such a cliche thing, but she drills in her videos, her tarot videos, to feel good is to feel God. And I remember back when I was like really struggling with my beliefs, I stopped referring to the divine as God. I stopped referring to, because Christianity is like such a, the sun is like really bright. Oh my God. So Christianity is like a really touchy feely subject for me, because it's been like a big, I don't want to say a lesson, but just a big part of my life. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not judging nobody who chooses that path or who is in that belief. I think, like, I know many people who are Christian, and that has nothing to do with me. It's more so just like, I've gotten back to a place where God, like the name God, the being God, feels right. Like the divine spirit, none of that, I don't know why, feels quite right. And I kept like over the years like figuring out what feels right to say or to do. And I had to realize like there are no rules. First of all, let's get one thing right. There are no rules, and it's just kind of like God feels right. God feels powerful, and it's not God in the Bible that like looks from the clouds and does all that stuff that y'all be talking about, or that people be talking about. But I do want to read these two cards that have fell out though, and see if they shine some light, dare I say, on what I was saying. Receive and worthy. Okay. Ooh. Receive. We are taught to give more, open more, share more, be more, but to receive takes courage. For receiving is a subtle, subconscious act of admiring that we cannot do it all. And we can't. What if we were to realize that the very art of giving is perfected in the craft of receiving? What if the secret to giving more is to allow yourself to fully, wholeheartedly, and unapologetically receive? And then worthy. You, my dear, are enough. You are enough for, hold on. I'm like dissociating. And I'm like really second guessing myself. And that's not what this is giving though. It's more so giving like ground. So just give me a second to do that. Matter of fact, do it with me. We'll do some deep breaths together. Hey Google, play ocean sounds. I hope y'all can hear that. In for 5, out for 4. Oh, the breathe out always feels like crazy. Okay, let's try this again. I'm actually going to keep the ocean sounds on. You, my dear, are enough. You are enough for your most daring of hopes. You are enough for your deepest of desires. You are enough for the purest of love. And you have enough strength you have enough strength to conquer your darkest of fears. You, my love, are enough for abundance beyond measure. In being created, you are by default worthy of the life of your wildest dreams. So I just want to get on here and talk my shit for a second. I know that's a wild segue, but I have a way of doubting myself. And it comes up in a lot of different, like, parts of my life. And I know I had said earlier, I tend to, like, overlook how powerful I am. I tend to just doubt and self-sabotage even, and just do a lot of negative or counterproductive things. And I'm learning that relinquishing control, if y'all know how many times a day I have to tell myself that, relinquishing control, like maybe finding a new pathway, maybe taking your time and revamping and meditating. I don't do it like as often or as long as I should, but just simple stuff like that, like those deep breaths and like being like reminding myself I'm in my body has been so helpful. And yeah, I just want to get on here and say I've healed so much. Like, the weight loss for one. I have no idea what that, I mean, the people who have done it, of course, know, but it's more so like what that required of me, how proud I am of myself. Did you see my face when I said that? Oh, God. Well, we're working on it. It's just like, my best friend had to tell me that I don't see myself the way that others see me, the way that I am. And so I just wanted to, yeah, just get on here and like I'm that girl. Like, spiritually, shit, mentally, emotionally. Like, I'm smart, beautiful, talented, inquisitive, intuitive. Like, and I don't know. Maybe that's another energy in the collective. Just not, you need to like look at yourself fully. Not like you in those bad moments, or you on your darkest days, or you in while you're depressed on the couch. But like, I just had to tell myself the other day, like, you have no idea what it's like to miss you. Like, people leave you and they're like, oh my goodness, I miss her. And they like know they have the opportunity to feel that. And once I started looking at like life like that, like, I've never missed me. I'm always with me. You know? We don't even think of ourselves like that. And I think that's why it's so easy to hate yourself. Like, to not like yourself, to self-loathe, because like you've never had the opportunity to miss you. And that's some powerful stuff. That's why that ex that you can't leave alone is so prevalent in your life. Like, shit like that. So, yeah. I don't even know what this video is about. But somebody needed to hear it. And I needed to say it. Like, my videos are for y'all, but like I said, they're for me too. I need an outlet where I can just say. Say. And this feels so different. Not like well, of course externally because I'm in my new space, but internally I feel calmer than I anticipated. And I just feel so much more like, I feel like I used to get tripped up on what I wanted to say and how I wanted it to come out. And it just feels like I'm not even thinking too much. I didn't write anything down, but like, yeah, I knew what I wanted to say, what needed to be said. And so that brings me to another point, like that trust in yourself. Such a hard thing to do. So much easier done than said. But yeah, you gotta trust yourself. You gotta put that damn phone down. Oh, because that really blocks your inner monologue. And some people, oh, I gotta say it, some people are gonna come in and try to dim your light spiritually, and it can be done in so many ways. I don't even gotta list them, but that inner voice isn't voices. Whew. Somebody needed to hear that. That inner voice isn't voices. And I'm not a doctor. Like, you know, I don't have a PhD, whatever. But one thing I can for sure tell you is that illness and spirituality, for some fucking reason, are so linked. And I don't want to, I don't even want to get too much into it, but I shouldn't have to tell, I mean, like, I don't know why that is. How about I'll just say that? I don't know why that is. But to know that is saying something. And I feel like the thing that it's saying is nothing is wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. I just watched a documentary the other day about anxiety and medication and all that good stuff, and how anxiety, when used correctly, can be a good tool because it teaches your body to like, it pumps blood to your muscles, and it teaches your brain when to flight or fight or freeze for some people. And when you are on your phone pumping your brain full of fear daily, your brain never gets out of fight or flight or freeze, whatever one you are. And if you let a doctor talk to you and tell you that medication is the answer, you numb and or turn off that voice. I don't even know what this says, but hold on. You numb or turn off that voice. So over time, it probably is gonna stop, which you would want, right? You'd want, because that's fear, right? That's not useful to what I'm trying to do here. So I think what we need to do as like a collective, instead of numbing, whatever that looks like too, because that doesn't always look like medication. Sometimes that looks like alcoholism and drug use and sex and gambling. Okay, I think what we need to do instead of that is like work on making your mind stronger. A lot of people that I watch, a lot of content creators, and I know that's how I know I'm aligned with the people that I watch, because they push knowledge. They push how important that is. Now, I want to know. I want to know. And also, I have no problem working on myself. Like, that's why I said I'm that real friend. I'm going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to air your shit out, because that's what I do to me. I have no problem doing shadow work, doing the inner work. Actually, I love it. Sometimes I have to turn that shit off, because it's like, okay, live. Like, it's a spectrum. It's two sides of the same coin. Like, you can either work yourself to death and do too much work, and like too much inner work, too much outer work, too much physical work, or you can do not enough and you can not look at it, and you can be an NPC, and you can be walking around like, what the hell is going on here? It's like, but I think it's just that balance of finding your passions, hoping that knowledge is somehow incorporated into that, even if it, like, knowledge isn't just like book stuff. You could be really knowledgeable about shoes, about whatever you're passionate about plants, about, like interior design, like, as long as you're knowledgeable about something, because it's hella shit around the world to be knowledgeable about. Manifest, because I'm yapping at this point. I'm gonna read it and then I'm done. I just had to come on and say hi. I lost 30 pounds and I moved and I look good. Look at me. Okay, manifest. And I'm love that it's ending on this note, because my manifestation game. And I'm gonna turn her off for this. Hey Google, stop. Y'all ready? Everything you have ever dreamed of, everything your heart desires, already lives within you. The only thing stopping it from coming to life is our own, say it with me now, fear of what will happen when we finally receive all. Okay, wait. Sorry. Everything you have ever dreamed of, everything your heart desires, already lives within you. The only thing stopping it from coming to life is our own fear of what will happen when we finally receive all that our hearts long for. So ask yourself, Ooh, what can you align with just a little bit deeper? Nope. Oh, see, that's one of those things where my brain, it does say that, but it says it, listen, what can you align with just a little bit closer? What can you let go of just a little bit more? That X. What can you drop into just a little bit deeper? Trust that what is yours already belongs to you. You simply have to ask for it clearly, potently, love that, and wholeheartedly. After all, if you can hold it in your heart and see it in your mind, you will, hello, not can, you will hold it in your hand. I myself needed to hear that. And y'all needed to hear that. Okay, that sums up everything. That sums up the message. Manifest. It's backwards. Jeez. Manifest. So yeah, believe it. Like, do it. Like, put the phone down. But subscribe, but put the phone down.